Well, we're out here at one of Kirk's fields. This is a, oh, I forgot, More America. We're out here at one of Kirk's fields, and this is an irrigated field.
Yep.
Right? Yep. And it's one of your better irrigated, isn't it? I mean, I've always liked this field.
Yeah, it is.
And, anyway, we're out here checking the corn. What are you doing here? We went out and got a sample. And you remember last year?
Turn your thing around. Yeah, you won't be able to see that deer.
Oh, there's a deer way down there. Way down at the bottom of the road. By the time we get to it, you won't see it.
There's another one. There's four. There's 5 of them.
Wow.
6
Look
of them.
at them all. There they go.
2, 3, 4. Nope. 5, 6.
A bunch of.
We have another one crossing in front of us.
Yeah, that's the one you'll hit. There they go, off into the ditch.
Is there
any more?
Nope. That's it. Just 6 of them.
Down and through there. Yeah. So
we feed them.
Yeah, right here. That's what they've been eating.
We feed them. They eat corn all summer.
Yep. Even when it's before it's eared out and everything.
Oh yeah.
They just eat the grass and the leaves.
It's a foot off the ground. They're out there eating it up.
Nibble the leaves and then they get the ears.
My donation to the wildlife.
There you go. All right, so we went out looking at this field and trying to decide where to go. We've been cutting Milo, and Milo's been a little too wet, right?
Yep.
And we take it in the elevator and they say, well, it's just a little too moist. Why is it still too wet? We haven't had a freeze.
Yeah, a freeze would kill the plant. The plants are just hanging on. And
yeah, because we haven't had a good hard freeze yet, and it's just like your flowers in your backyard. You know, you have a good freeze and it'll kill the plant. Once it kills the plant, the seeds will dry out a lot more, and the seeds are already dry. You said it's the stalk that's still wet, and when it goes through the combine, it's just like taking rice in your hand and putting a wet washcloth around it and rubbing it, and it makes the rice moist. Okay, kind of decent analogy there.
Sure.
Okay, whatever. Kirk hadn't had his coffee yet, so 2 cups. So anyway, we've been fighting trying to get some good Milo. We went to one field last night, last late afternoon, and it's dry enough, right? You think?
Yeah, I think we have 2 more fields, and after that we're done.
Okay.
We can't shut off from the elevator on one field.
Okay, but by the time we get those cut, that other one will be dry. Well, you don't know until.
Right. Yeah. If nothing else, we'll try to start picking corn.
Okay, so that's why we came out to this field, to get a sample to see how dry the corn is. And all he does is go out there, you go that way and pick 2 ears, I go that way and pick 2 ears just randomly. And we come back and he hand shucks them, just like the combine would do, but he hand shucks them into this cane sugar box. Anyway, so we're heading to the co-op now to get it tested. Anyway, while we're out there, Kirk was kind of mumbling and grumbling about the stalks are falling. Now, why are the stalks all falling over?
I don't know if we're going to talk to this guy, so put me on hold.
Oh, we got one of our landlords here coming at us, so we're gonna. All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Y'all been wondering why Kirk hasn't been on the camera much? This is why. He's always busy doing something.
Yeah.
It's his busy time of year. Trying to get 10 minutes with him is just impossible.
Well,
the phone's ringing.
We'll see.
He's got to run off and do something.
The dry land.
He's in the combine and I ain't around him.
And
so that's why I can't
we'll pick all
get
the
a lot of comments.
And I think the irrigated circle down south will go.
Just all day long. This is what he does. All day long.
Okay. All right. Well, you should see a fuel tank go by you any second. That's a new fuel tank they're delivering to us. So now we're down here. We just left the bunker at Frontier, so we'll see you out at the farm. But we probably, maybe if everything works out good, maybe we need to look at a used dryer or hopper bin, something. I don't know. We'll see. You know, the money we lose by crops falling on the ground, we'll probably pay for it. So later. All right. I was talking to one of my local grain bin dealers. He called me. We put up a couple new grain bins this year.
Right. Yeah.
And like right now, our crops are just setting a little too wet and they won't dry down.
Yep.
And we was trying to make it where we had some dryers in our existing grain bins, and they decided at the last minute that wasn't going to work.
That was, you get too hot in one place and not hot enough.
It wouldn't be consistent. It would be too hot at the bottom,
right,
and yet the grain at the top wouldn't get enough airflow.
Right.
And they said people have set fires in their bins. It's not like a flame fire. It's like
Smolder.
it just starts smoldering and smoldering. And
Kind of like a hay fire or something. It just sits and
it sits there for a month and just smolders and ruins your grain in the bin.
Right.
So anyway,
I was just telling everybody why it's so hard. Everybody wants to see Big Sexy, and he's just too busy. It's like every time I think, well, we're get a camera out. Well, I had the camera out. We started talking and going down the road a little bit, and here come one of his landlords come by, the guy that he rents from, and or no, you don't rent from him, do you?
We custom
farm for him. In other words, the guy, he owns the land and he pays Kirk to do the planting and harvesting and do the farming part of it. But anyway, he comes the other way and we stop. Well, there's so much for that video. So it's just trying to get time with this guy is just amazing. But the video I was wanting to talk about was what I wanted to talk about. He woke up this morning talking about how much he just spent a whole bunch of money this morning. I'm like, what, did you buy another chunk of land or something? Explain.
Well, we bought a lot of fertilizers that we'll put on. Here's our fuel tank.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're waiting on right there. That's a propane tank?
No, diesel fuel.
Oh, diesel fuel tank.
Diesel fuel tank.
Okay.
So
clear.
we have bought quite a bit of stuff in this last year. Without getting into politics, this country elected a guy that said he told us he is going to change America. He said that. Our vice president is a socialist. She says that over and over and over. She is a socialist. I take people for their word. So I started making business decisions on that this country is going to turn towards socialism, which means the cost of everything is going to skyrocket. And all you got to do is look at any country that turns to socialism. Prices skyrocket.
Argentina is the latest one.
Argentina, any of them. Products get hard to get. I immediately bought many semi-loads of farm diesel, highway diesel. Most of it
you pre-bought it. It's not delivered, but you pre-bought it.
That's why we're getting a tank. We have 4 semi-loads that have to be delivered by the end of this year.
So you gotta get that tank set up
to hold some. Yes. Okay.
And that's for your road diesel. The highway. People don't know there's 2 different kinds of diesel. There's road diesel and there's farm diesel, and it has to do with tax. The tax they put on road diesel versus farm diesel. The farm diesel doesn't have any tax on it, so they dye it red. So it's called red fuel. Okay. Anyway, you're buying. This is for road fuel, right? For the semis.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So anyway, you bought this and preparing for the political.
Just preparing for prices to get higher and go higher.
Because of the political climate in the country right now, you're trying to look ahead and figure, to do
what's going to happen.
Right.
Business wise, just trying to make good business decisions.
But you're already seeing that prices going up, right?
Same with fertilizer.
Yeah, you're already seeing the prices go up. That's what he was talking about this morning.
We just bought several $100,000 of fertilizer between yesterday and early this morning before business hours because the markets are jumping so high. I paid basically twice. This will be for 2022's crops. I'm already buying the fertilizer for it now. I'm paid pretty much exactly double of what I paid for 21 crops. That's how much fertilizer has went up.
And he's not going to pay for this. Okay, he's going to pass that price on to the people he sells his crop to next year, and those people are going to pass it on to the people that grind that crop up into flour or for the cattle feed and things like this. And it's just going to get passed down the line to you, the consumer, or me, the consumer at the grocery store. So be ready, people. I mean, be ready. This inflation is going to go through the stinking roof.
Okay, I gotta go help.
So that's so much for the good news, right? We got to get to work. So take care. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.